Good morning from the National Trail, day 5.
G'day. Morning.
Coffee time.
This is probably the best campsite so far. I reckon.
Brother, I gotta be honest, that's the coziest I've been. And it's not even far off the Tower Motel.
Yeah. Oh, well, that doesn't count because
Yeah.
that was a motel in Marysville.
It doesn't really count, it's not, yeah. But,
In terms of like sleeping with the pillow I've got, no
Yeah.
issues last night.
I think
just
I
woke
got
up
8.5 hours.
You know, like when you're not that pillow, I wasn't sleeping well and it was stressing me out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how the fuck am I going to back these days up? And then last night just put my mind at ease.
Yeah, you were at peace.
Yeah.
I was smoked after 2 Towers.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Long movie, epic, amazing.
I'm going to get Return of the King tonight.
Oh, Return of the King's on. I know it's gross, but you can see the Compeed pads in action, healing the hell out of my feet here. It's pretty gross, really.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Just look at this place. Oh, sun shining through the trees there.
Beautiful day. Great man.
It's amazing. Legends never die.
Legends never die continues. I think we've got 17 kilometres today. It's pretty easy, relatively flat terrain. And yeah, so we're going to leave a bit later. We're going to leave at midday. So it's about 10 o'clock now. We've got a couple of goals to finish off for the morning, and we're going to do some foot maintenance because we've got a couple of blisters. Dan's feet are horrendous, let's be honest.
They've seen better days.
They're the ugliest things that I've seen, but
Except your face.
but yeah, so we're going to do that, and then we'll head off. Probably be about 4 hours, I think. We'll have a break during. We're going to get 12 Ks first, and then
It's relatively flat too.
it's relatively flat, yeah. So it'll be 12 Ks, and then we'll have a break, and then we'll get to camp, which is another 6 Ks or something like that. That should be good, just in time for Return of the King.
Cheers, brother. I cannot wait. The coffee's definitely awesome, but this water is so fresh. Oh. Jeez, that wakes you up. Amazing. Thank you, Thierry. I've finally run out of gas. Oh, he's given me a chop out with this big, giant, chunky one, 2 of them. It's not that I didn't buy more, but I'll be thinking of you, Dairy, while I cooked my breakfast this morning. Toilet on site here at Keppel's lookout. I keep going to say lookout. Keppel's hut. So this site pretty much has it all. How good is this?
Not bad.
Very chilled morning. Relaxing, listening to nature. This is what it's about.
What it's about.
So off we go, day 5, leaving Keppel Hut. Ready for a not too strenuous day ahead of us, but still 18 kilometres nonetheless. Should be good.
Long nights get out of the city where the stars are shooting out. Long chairs and baskets full of sugar, no one hears us when we shout. Got a fire lit, the smoke until we quit it. Tell your parents find us out.
Definitely a snake risk here.
Breakneck speed, 1, 2, 3, so we can overcome the bloodhounds. We'll double back to Misty's garden, and I'll meet you at the edge of town. Spending all this time with the sky, we learn that aliens exist, but no one will believe us. So we asked her about the monoliths. Dancing in the silence, hearing music all the time. Feeling so upbeat, it upsets strangers, but I won't apologize. It's got a lot to do. It's got a lot to do. I learned it from my mother how to keep it undercover, raising hell up in Hollywood.
Nice.
Lots about a life is made of firewood. Shade trees are hidden beaches were the places I found true. I never wanted attention, I just wanted you. Dancing in the silence.
Just getting ready to stop in for lunch. Pretty keen to rest our feet for a bit. It's well earned. Oh, I tell you what, getting the bag off. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's good.
Pretty. Oh, I feel pretty fresh now. Fill up the water bottles down here. Oh, they look disgusting.
Would have been good if you fired it again.
Last chance, yeah.
Pretty relatively easy day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we knew that. We took it easy this morning, rested up, managed the feet, looked after some blisters, which was good, and then yeah, now
they're really healing now.
Really here. We got some compedes when we were in Marysville quickly, which is a good call, and that's saved Dan's feet, I think. So yeah, so we're gonna set up the tents tonight, and I think because Dan's got the 2-manner, that's gonna be the cinema tent, because we've finished off the finale with Return of the King tonight after a well-earned slog. And getting ready for tomorrow, which is probably going to be one of the biggest days of the whole trek.
The biggest days.
It's the biggest or second biggest. It's 36.6 kilometers we're doing tomorrow. So stay tuned, it's going to be solid.
We've both given our 2 cents, and we have the hut option or camping, and he is pretty good. I think we've decided. Creek's right behind us here. Got a good water source. Let's do it. Smashed the tents up. We are getting absolutely annihilated by the mosquitoes here by the river. sort of where they reside. So we smashed it, didn't we, Ads?
Yeah.
Now we're ready to seriously retreat for the night so we don't get eaten alive and skinned. Must escape these mozzies. Fuck. Movie night in the D Hill tent, brother.
This is
it. This is as cozy and snug as it gets. Yeah, I think so. But we needed to finish the finale in the most epic trilogy of all time. Don't want any arguments. The Return of the King.
𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤! I've got one! I've got a fish me! 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤!
Oh, sorry. You're right. Lucky there was no water in it. Sad moment for us. The era of our Lord of the Rings trilogy has come to an end. It's dying on me. You alright, mate?
It's just so good.
It's just too much. So we're very, very pumped. We're excited. We're actually doing this chat whilst out camping again. So we're in the wilderness. Now the first thing about day 5 was the brother over here was pepped up. He was in a much better spirit.
Yeah, I will admit I was very sour the day before. All the hiking and the weather had got to me, and I just didn't want to bar anyone. But then I pepped up. I had about a good 9 hours of sleep.
Yeah, we had a ripping sleep in Keppel Hut. The whole Keppel Hut experience was unreal. Having that morning off, we were able to make our jet boil coffee and just sit in the sun and enjoy it. I think that's where that may have begun, like that feeling of presence, where you could just sit, no rush in the world, and just enjoy our coffees.
Yeah, I think it was funny looking back and seeing like on that morning when we're getting ready and stuff, and then there was a shot where it cut to like the table at the front of Keppel's hut, and you could just see on one of the seats my bag completely packed, sealed, good to go, loving life, and then it scans across the table out there and there's just shit everywhere that's all his. Nothing's packed, it's fucking chaos.
Right. Story of my life.
It's one of the stories of the trip.
It was like, I wasn't shy of mentioning this. My weaknesses lie in organisation, and that's this guy's strength. So he may have been the grumpy George, but every morning without fail he was ready. Probably a good half hour before me, which is, God, I tried to get good at it, but you were unbeatable. Like,
you're just in your bag, like pulling shit out, and it goes everywhere. Whereas I'll pull it out and be like, okay, that has to go in before this.
Yeah.
So, and it just makes it easier to put everything back in together.
100% efficiency. Yeah.
It's efficiency. 100%. I think it is. Yeah.
I remember my thoughts when we were leaving Keppel Hut, because we walked through that long grass for a few k's, and it was like a relatively sunny day, and it felt like a death zone for snakes.
Yeah,
It was like, we were trying to crunch really loudly, but it was this pretty long grass, wasn't it?
Yeah, it made me think, like, who's maintaining this national trail
Yeah,
for,
exactly.
like, other people
Those
as well.
huge, like, tree stumps completely blocking the path. Like,
The
how
logs.
are horses getting through that?
Yeah, because the national trail's for horses.
Yeah.
I mean, walkers and cyclists too, but it's mainly horses that use it. You just got these huge trees,
Yeah,
across
on these thin paths.
Yeah.
Like, how are they getting around this?
Yeah.
So I'll be honest, when we got to that camp spot, I think you were less keen than me because it was right on the river. It was there was a road that ran through the camp spot, and but for me, it felt really tropical. We were like in this sort of rainforest surrounding. For me, because we'd only camped at Monda Horse Yards the one night, finally felt like we were fully in the wild because the hut was a bit of a luxury.
Yeah.
So for me, I was frothing that night there. I don't know why, but it wasn't like up there in the top 5, but it was a really good camping night for me. And like with the creek around, like falling asleep. This was as satisfying as a crackling fire. Falling asleep with the river running sound.
Flowing.
Yeah, that was just peaceful as hell.
Yeah.
And we had our what soon to be named the Moondance Theatre. We had our first movie night inside the tent.
Yeah,
This
inside
was.
the tent, yeah.
Yeah, because it was always in the hotel and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
because we hadn't figured it out. We hadn't figured out that we could get our seats in
Yeah, it was
and
messy.
maneuver it. It was messy and uncomfortable.
Yeah. We had my sleeping mat, didn't we? And we were
Yeah.
like shuffling and moving our
Yeah.
necks and
Yeah,
cramping up and
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, like again, it was sort of a run of the mill for me. Like it was.
Yeah, I didn't think you liked it that much.
Absolute mosquito central. Just if you were outside the tent, you were getting annihilated. So, and then I remember moving my tent. How you going? How are you? Yeah, so I remember just another camper. That's probably a good segue into where we are. We're actually we've got our first epilogue trip for basically post hike. So we come out here, reminisce, use our gear, use the Moondances, the jet boils, have our coffees in the morning, just talk about the trip, where we are in life, and it's just refreshing as.
I'll tell you what, it feels for us like it's so. It just feels right, doesn't it? Because we've been in the thick of work and getting back into real life, and it's been mentally quite the struggle for me, and I know we've talked about it a lot. So to get back out in nature, hearing the bird sounds around us and happy campers and all these people around us, it's I tell you what, brother, it's mentally. It's bringing me back, in the best possible way.
You come from like this pinnacle achievement, of trekking 1,600 kilometers, to then going back into regular work life. It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
And we both really we hit hard.
You did,
But coming back out into it really, gets us reminiscing. And
it does, talking stories and watching footage and it's just good to be back.
That's it.
All right, brother.